Thanks so much for joining us. This is a special episode of the Unconnoisseurs. We're just doing a quick countdown of our Christmas jazz picks. Doesn't necessarily have to be jazz, but we're gonna help you get jazzed up for Christmas. You know, it's that time of the year where some people feel down, they feel overwhelmed and overburdened by stuff. Put on a jazz album. Hopefully that'll get you in the mood. It always works for me. Dad, we're going to let you go ahead and start off. You got a couple of picks that you want to talk about for Christmas jazz.
Sure. I was recently introduced to the Squirrel Nut Zippers just this past week. And I checked them out and I saw a Christmas version of Caravan. It's not the greatest, not the best. It's Squirrel Nut Zippers. And I've not listened to a whole lot of their other stuff, but Caravan came out as a jazz piece. The other song that, in fact, our pastor just this last Sunday didn't preach the whole message, but used "Mary, Did You Know" as a lead-in to his sermon, and they played some excerpts of "Mary, Did You Know," and I recommend that as a really good Christmas piece. Okay?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Matt, do you want to do honorable mentions or your top five? Not top five necessarily, but your...
I've got a long list of honorable mentions. Oh, you know what? I got your list of honorable mentions too. You had a lot more on your honorable mentions. Let me run through some of my honorable mentions. The GRP Christmas Collection, which is the GRP All-Star Big Band. Is amazing anyways, and for them to do a Christmas album, absolutely love it. Banging. Stan Kenton, A Merry Christmas. You put on Stan Kenton and I'm in heaven anyways, and flip it for Christmas, yes please. Christmas Jazz Jam by Wynton Marsalis. I picked David Benoit. It's a David Benoit Christmas. I love David Benoit's sound. It's the Narada kind of, I don't want to say eerie or crystally sound, but it's got that kind of vibe. When My Heart Finds Christmas by Harry Connick Jr. is a staple in my house. I will listen to that album every year, at least 5 times every year. Harry Connick, to me, being from New Orleans, great jazz guy. I love his originals. The Santa Claus flying in the picking the kid up out of the window. One of my all-time favorite songs. I dance in my seat every time I hear it. So Harry Connick Jr. for me, When My Heart Finds Christmas, are some of my honorable mentions. Drew?
Some of my honorable mentions go right along with yours, but Hannah Waddingham, Oh Holy Night. I definitely got to mention that. The Charlie Brown Christmas. How can you go wrong with that? So that is a big deal. Pentatonix, Christmas, and then one of the others that I had that's not on my list, but on the honorable mention is, now I'm drawing a blank. The Rock and Roll Christmas. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. That always just pumps me up. Yeah. So my list was a little bit shorter than that, but yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, let me run down.
I'm sorry. There it is. Nat King Cole, the Christmas song.
Yep. Let me run down the top 5. I'll run down the first 3, 5, 4, and 3, and then you run down 5, 4, and 3 for you. You ready?
I didn't have mine in order on this page.
I just emailed it to you. It was in order.
Okay.
Number 5 is at the top for you. Anyways, number 5 for me is Ibrahim Maalouf's First Noel. Ibrahim is a trumpet player. Beautiful sound. He uses the 4th valve for the Arabic sound.
Yes.
I mean, I can't recommend that album enough.
Nope.
Number 4 for me, Big Band Holidays 2, Jazz at Lincoln Center, came out in 2019. Wynton Marsalis and the Big Band Holiday Jazz at Lincoln Center. Yes, please, all year long for me. Number 3 for me on my list. Number 3 is that Hannah Waddingham, Oh Holy Night. I will recommend that until the day I die. It brings me to tears. I love it so much. Her voice, she's an operatic trained singer. She's also a great actress. She's also, I think, just an all-around good person. But her version of Oh Holy Night, that is my catalyst right there for me having a good Christmas. So getting ready to watch that this week. Drew, do your top.
All right, here's my 5, 4, 3s. At 5, Jazz at Lincoln Center 2. I mean, just come on. It's Wynton and it's Jazz at Lincoln Center. On number 4, Stan Kenton, A Merry Christmas. It was your honorable mention. Number 3, I'm going to say it, and then we'll talk about it. Harmony of Difference, Kamasi Washington. And I dare you to tell me if Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not. Now, I challenge you to listen to Harmony of Difference and think about the Christmas season, the cinnamon and spice, the tones that are used in it. And I'm not taking credit for this. Last year at this time at Christmas, somebody had pushed out a TikTok that thought Harmony of Difference was really a Christmas album. And so I listened to it in that mindset. But come on, it's Kamasi Washington. I listen to Kamasi any day. So that was my third, Kamasi Washington, Harmony of Difference.
Okay, well, that made number 2 on the list for me. So Harmony of Difference by Kamasi was number 2 on my list. And I will fight anyone who tells me that it's not a Christmas album. Okay. I didn't fight with Delaney. I had her listen to it. She didn't get the same vibe that I did, but we had a lot of Christmas jazz in our ear anyways when we were doing this list. And so I can feel, I can see the snow. I can see the pine cones out there covered in snow and smell the cinnamon and apple pie or whatever when I listen to Harmony of Difference by Kamasi. So that's number 2 for me.
Number 2 on my list, Ibrahim Maalouf, First Noel. I'll just cry. Every time you pop that album in, Ibrahim Maalouf, First Noel, and it will take you there. And it takes me there because it's Middle Eastern. He does have that fourth valve that you had mentioned earlier. It's a quarter off, not a half step down. So it takes me back to the birthplace. So that was my number 2.
And we might as well go ahead and say number 1 together because we both picked the same number 1 album. And Dad, actually, I'll give you 3 guesses who it is, and we could all 3 say it at the same time. But you don't need 3 guesses because it's our man. Who's our man? Ready?
It's one of the few vocalists that we would ever jam on.
Ready? 1.
You got to give him a better clue than that.
Okay.
We're going to the brown grass.
Oh. Great.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Gregory Porter.
Gregory Porter's Christmas album for me pushes me over the top. I mean, you can't go wrong. Smooth as butter. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. So for all of y'all, when this comes out, please drop us in the comments below what your Christmas album is to bring you into the season. As we reach into the Christmas time. Dad, you were put on the spot today. Matt and I were going to do this after we hung up. So you've got some new ones for me to listen to. I'll be listening to Squirrel Nut Zipper here in just a little bit, just to check it out. So thanks for putting those on the table.
Yeah, for sure. And Dad, if you haven't listened to Gregory Porter's Christmas album yet, you might want to indulge in that sometime this week and play it for Mom too. Because I think she really enjoy it. Yeah.
Good.
And for all of y'all, I double dog you to listen to Ibrahim Maalouf's First Noel.
For sure. And you know what? If we get listeners who want to argue with us about Harmony of Difference, I'd love to be in dialogue with them because
yes. I challenge thee.
I need a catalyst every year to put me in the mood. It's now just a few days before Christmas and I still don't feel like I'm in the mood for Christmas. So when I put on Porter this week, when I put on Harmony of Difference, when I put on Jazz at Lincoln Center, it's going to catapult me right up to Christmas and I'll be in the spirit.
Yep.
Excellent.
Thanks. So, well, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody out there. May the seasons be great to everybody, and may they be good for everyone in their own cities and places and countries.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember,
Jesus is the reason.
Yep, for sure.
The reason for the season.
Yep, for sure. Thanks. The Unconnoisseurs aren't taking a break. You're going to see new episodes from us drop on Wednesday, just like you're normally used to. So we've done our due diligence to record enough episodes where we can drop them in on our weekly episode drop on Wednesday. So thanks again for joining us.
Cheers, everybody.